Welcome to Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. We got some beautiful sunshine in the forecast. Just quite chilly right now with temperatures in the low 40s here at the station, 42 degrees. We'll see upper 30s and low 40s through the morning. But look at this beautiful sunshine. Sunrise starts at 6:39. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. 57 degrees at noon, 64 to 66 degrees for a high. It's 42 right now, winds at around 6 miles per hour, but it feels like it's around 38. So yes, jackets will be needed for this morning, not so much for later on today. 37 degrees right now over in Flint, 38 in Lapeer. Fortunately, no umbrellas needed. But for how long? We'll talk about that coming up in just a few moments in your weekend forecast. But for the next few days, we are looking good. Sunshine for today and sunshine for tomorrow as well. More on that weekend forecast with clouds and the possibility of showers. But which day? All that coming up shortly at 4:30.
Nina's Pizza. Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 4:30 starts now.
Well, this was a sudden surprise. A car crashes into a middle school while a basketball team is practicing inside. Also, hundreds gathered in Dearborn to pay tribute to the lives lost in the tragedy in Sri Lanka. Andrew?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. We have clear skies overhead, but mighty chilly out there. We're off to a mild afternoon for later today, but any chance of showers into the weekend? Got your full weather forecast on the way.
All right, well, welcome to Wednesday, everybody. It is 4:30 on the day that we like to call Friday Eve. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Rod. It's going to stick, Andrew. One of these days, people are going to catch on.
I like it. Okay. Better than hump day.
Well, some people might beg to differ, but yes. Good to have you here.
Whatever you say is fine with me. Eve, whatever it is.
Well, there you go.
Well, no matter how you slice it, though, Evrod, we're looking at sunshine for today and very delightful conditions later on this afternoon. Right now, we're looking at mostly clear skies. It is quite chilly out there. I gotta let you know, ladies and gentlemen, grab a jacket before heading out. Might want to bundle up the kids as well as they head to the bus stop this morning. It will still be in the upper 30s and low 40s. Around 41 degrees in the next few hours. Right now, we're looking at temperatures already down to around 37, 38 degrees in some spots. But later on today, everyone gets milder and everyone sees plenty of sunshine. Abundant sunshine for everybody today with 57 degrees at noon. Great day for an afternoon stroll with highs right around 65 degrees or a bit more. Looking live downtown, you can see it's 42, but it feels like 38. So with a feeling that chilly on your skin, if it's not protected, sure, a jacket, maybe some knit gloves, that'll help you out and help you stay warm, even with a light wind of just 6 miles per hour. Temperatures elsewhere, 38 for our friends in Lapeer, 45 right now over in Port Huron, and 43 in Monroe. Now we're looking at sunshine for today. Can we keep this going into Thursday, Friday, and the weekend? We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast. Now remember, you can track temperatures, you can track your forecast from me and the rest of the local forecasters online on your mobile device with the Local Forecasters app. It's got updated features, so download it right now. Best of all, it's free. Search WDIV in your app store.
Right now, we want to get to breaking news that we are following just into the Local 4 newsroom. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has arrived in Russia for his first summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. They are set to meet on Thursday, but they do not plan to sign any agreements or make a joint statement. We are working to gather more information on the meeting for you, and we will update you throughout the morning. Now, there were some pretty tense moments in Dearborn after a car crashes right into a middle school. This happened Tuesday evening at Bryant Middle School, right near Telegraph and Cherry Hill. That car came crashing into a wall and into the basement of the building. And this all happened just as the boys basketball team had wrapped up their practice.
I hear a car coming down the street doing probably about 90 miles an hour. I look to my teammates, I'm like, what is that? The car continues to go straight into the building. I didn't see brake lights or anything. I tell the players to get back into the building.
Well, the players were then later taken out of the building by a janitor. The driver was taken to the hospital with only minor injuries. Crews have been able to secure the scene, and the school will be open today, and it's safe for students to attend. And now we want to get you updated on the latest on that deadly church and hotel bombing in Sri Lanka. New numbers from overnight bring the death toll to at least 359 people, and that includes 4 Americans. ISIS has since claimed responsibility for the attacks, and one government official says the attacks were perpetrated by radical Islamists in retaliation for last month's mosque attacks in New Zealand. Tuesday was an official day of mourning as funeral services are set to begin for those who were killed. Back here at home, Metro Detroiters gathered in Dearborn to honor the lives lost from the Bills bombings in Sri Lanka. There was a candlelight vigil held at the Islamic Center of America. That's where we find Local 4's Jamont Terry. He joins us now with more.
On the steps of the Islamic Center behind me, a group of various believers gathered to condemn the attacks and just simply show that there is unity, especially here in Michigan.
Open our eyes, break our hearts, unite us all in service.
A small crowd,
And we were gathered in the name of God and to pray together.
all who worship differently,
We all condemn violence and hatred and bigotry.
hold candles in one accord.
Because now everybody is the target, the synagogues, the churches, the mosque.
Despite their religious beliefs, they stand in Dearborn with heavy hearts.
I'm Muslim, but this terrorist attack that happened in Sri Lanka touched me.
Adam Abu Salah becomes so moved by these disturbing images, he gets various religious leaders to come to the Islamic Center in solidarity.
Today and every day, we should stand up and we should always say that it is wrong.
They don't have any religion. They are just reckless. They are just out of order.
Mankind showing no matter where attacks occur, Metro Detroit will not stand by in silence.
And here we are again tonight.
Prayers of protection go up to their God, while deputies protect the parameters, making sure this prayer rally stays safe. A vigil for more than 300 murdered, doing something this crowd does daily: worship.
The message of condemnation of this crime and the message of condolences and love.
And while ISIS claims responsibility for the attacks, this group that gathered at the Islamic Center says this has nothing to do with religion, because whoever is responsible does not have God or love in their hearts. Reporting in Dearborn, Jamont Terry, Local 4.
All righty, Jamont, thank you. It is 4:35 now, and Roseville police need your help to find a missing man. His name is Kenneth Hampton. He is 57 years old, and we are told that he suffers from dementia. He weighs about 140 pounds, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall. Police say that he has a history of wandering off and has been found in Detroit in the past. Kenneth was last seen on Tuesday afternoon at his home in Roseville wearing a black and burgundy sweater, black pants, and black shoes. If you know where he could be, please give police a call. Today, Vice President Mike Pence will be in Metro Detroit to take part in a presidential fundraising event. The VP also plans to make stops in Taylor and the Ford River Rouge plant in Dearborn to discuss the new NAFTA agreement. This will be Pence's first appearance in Michigan since October of 2018. All right, still ahead here on Local 4 News today, a showdown is brewing after Governor Whitmer proposed a gas tax hike. And now talks are moving towards auto insurance reform. We'll have the very latest. Andrew?
Well, Rod, we're looking at temperatures right now in the 30s and 40s, but later today, 60 or more in your 4-zone weather. More on your region. Also, your forecast for the upcoming weekend coming up in minutes.
Hi, this is Bernie Smovitz. What a day for the Tigers in Boston, taking both games of a doubleheader from the Red Sox. We've got highlights coming up.
Gotta do good by you.
The last head of the state health department was charged with involuntary manslaughter, and that is just one of the issues facing the new director.
We talk about measles every day. I get a report every day, often more than once a day, about the latest numbers and the latest on what we're seeing.
Tonight at 5, I'm sitting down with the new man in charge of Michigan's health to talk measles, Flint, and the biggest concern that he has about the health of our state moving forward.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 4:53. Let's get into today's buzz. The Danish Defense Department is now recruiting so-called cyber soldiers. The defense is using new weapons in the cyber area, so they look more like cyber literate soldiers. So far, there are plans for 30 a year. The search has gotten many potential recruits, and they start with 4 months training in the mud, like any other soldier. And the last 8 months, they train with warfare on the computer. So Twitter says more people are using its service. The social media giant says it had 330 million monthly active users in the first 3 months of this year, ending a streak of 3 consecutive quarters of user declines. Twitter's also reporting that 134 million daily active users were able to view ads and promoted tweets on the service during the first quarter of the year. The news comes as Twitter invests more heavily in trying to combat abuse on the service. Well, the Louisville Slugger factory is painting out these pink bats in honor of Mother's Day. MLB players not only use the customized bats in games to support breast cancer research, but the company also sells the bats to the public, so you can buy them. $10 from each sale goes towards the fight against cancer. And this is the 14th year that Louisville Slugger has created pink bats for players and fans. It is 4:54 on your Friday Eve, and ahead this morning, starting at 5. It is the largest gathering of its kind in the world, and it's happening right here in Detroit. What are we talking about? Well, we'll have that answer for you. It's a World Championship that's coming up. But first, let's check in with Andrew and look at our forecast for the day.
Thank you very much, Evrod. Good morning, everyone. And yes, we have chilly conditions out there, but it is dry with mostly clear skies. 42 degrees right now. It feels like it's in the 30s. So a knit hat, some knit gloves for you and the kids, and a jacket. Good idea to go ahead and stay warm at the bus stop. It's in the 30s elsewhere, including 39 in Pontiac, 38 in Howell. But plenty of sunshine for everybody later today. We'll talk about how mild it gets and talk about your weekend forecast in minutes at 5 o'clock.
I'm a believer that anything is possible. I got a vision and I'm gonna make it true.
What message would you have for the viewers of Detroit?
Mornings are special.
Yeah.
You give us your morning, that's a big deal to us. We care about giving fair, accurate, up-to-date information in the right context.
There's a connect you guys have with your viewers. You know them intimately. You cover them daily.
The moment you wake up, turn to Local 4 News Today and The Today Show. All day long they're happening. Decisions, triumphs, and failures. See how the day's moments affect you. Local 4 News at 5 and 6. The moments are here.
Let the cool start. It's our,
wow,
our shady sound effects guy. Exactly. Well, I've got one person on my team, and that is Andrew Humphrey on this Friday Eve. A cool start to the morning, though, right?
On your Wednesday, Andrew.
That's right. Anything that makes you start thinking about the weekend, that is fine with me. Well, on this Wednesday, we are looking at nothing but sunshine later on today. But it is chilly to start off with, though, with temperatures in the 30s, about 41 degrees here in the city within the next few hours. So maybe a knit hat and some gloves. Good idea for you and the kids in order to stay warm. We're looking at 57 degrees, though, at noontime. Great day for outdoor recess, speaking of the students. Sunrise this morning is at 6:39, and it should be a beauty. Calm wind out there. You're looking at 41 degrees over at Metro Airport, but even a wind of 5 miles per hour can really drop those wind chills in the 30s. So that's how cold it feels outside when your skin is not protected. And some actual temperatures are below that 40-degree mark. Ann Arbor's at 39, 38 for our friends and neighbors over in Howell. We'll talk more about possibly some higher temperatures for tomorrow, but also the weekend. Any clouds? We'll talk more about that in just a few moments. On to 4 Live Traffic and Kim.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Friday Eve, Wednesday. I'll start you tomorrow with Friday Eve. Well, how about that? Happy medium. Guys, good morning, everyone. We are looking good out there on our maps. We can see we've got the green arrows, so you are good to go. A little chillier than it was yesterday, so make sure you grab a coat before you head out the door, but there's no accidents to get around as you head out the door on this Wednesday morning. Over to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. It is 5:01 right now. When you look at the damage to the building, you might be thinking that there is no way school could be held there today, but we are happy to report classes are scheduled as normal at Bryant Middle School in Dearborn, even though what you're looking at there, a car crashed all the way into the building.
All the way through the brick wall. Let's get to Local 4's Nick Monticelli. He joins us now live. I know you've had a chance to look inside of the school, outside of the school, so this must not be in a key area for classes today.
No, it's in the boiler room, so I don't think they put any students there unless they're really misbehaving. But the engineers from the district have determined that there's no structural damage to the building itself, so all is safe. You can see what it all looks like now. Just a couple of pieces of plywood. You would have no idea that last night about 9 o'clock a car drove right through that building.
What sounded like an explosion, like a shipping crate dropping. And then I walked outside after the first police car went by and realized something was going on.
Last night there was no mistaking something had happened at Bryant Middle School, but those outside of the school didn't know what.
I thought it was an explosion from the boiler room.
Inside the gym, which is right next to the boiler room, a league was in the middle of a basketball game. They were forced to start evacuating.
I was just playing basketball, my fellow teammates for Dribble Drive, and all I heard was a big boom, and the janitor's like, oh my gosh, there's a car in the basement.
On Instagram, a group known as TCD, Team City of Dearborn, posted these pictures, which makes it much clearer. The driver drove through the wall and landed down inside the boiler room. A basketball coach who was leaving watched it happen.
I was on the outside of the building walking out of practice. I hear a car coming down the street doing probably about 90 miles an hour. I look to my teammates, I'm like, what is that? The car continues to go straight into the building. I didn't see brake lights or anything. I tell the players to get back into the building. That was it. Then the guy came walking out about a minute and a half later.
That driver was eventually loaded into an ambulance. We are told he has minor injuries. Why this happened, though, we still don't know.
I had no idea what was happening, man. It was like the wildest thing I've ever seen. Just no stopping, just straight through the building. Like, I watched it all happen like 15 feet from it.
Now, I was just talking to an officer, and their best guess as to why this happened is maybe some kind of medical emergency. You can't really tell from our vantage point right now, but there is a residential street that lines right up here. You could have easily fallen asleep, hitting the gas. Something was going on and put that car again right into that building. Everyone around, the really interesting thing here is that despite all of these kids being here for league basketball play, despite all the spectators, and despite this being a residential area with the school full of people, nobody was hurt.
And that is the good news there.
Thank goodness for that. Certainly scary moments, though, for everybody involved. Nick, thank you. We do want to get to this breaking news that we've learned from the overnight hours. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has just arrived in Russia ahead of a planned summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Kim arrived in Russia by armored train, similar to how he has arrived to the summits with President Trump. He was greeted by the Russian deputy foreign minister before being given a ceremonial welcome where he was offered a loaf of bread and salt. The leaders say that the goal of the summit is to show the United States that there are other players when it comes to dealing with North Korea's nuclear program.
We continue to learn more this morning about the bombings in the Sri Lankan capital of Colombo. Overnight, the death toll climbed to 359. This comes as government officials announced 18 more suspects have been arrested in connection to the bombings, bringing the total number detained to 58. Tuesday was an official day of mourning in Sri Lanka for the victims. We know at least 4 Americans are among the dead. ISIS has since claimed responsibility for these attacks and alleges the Easter bombings were in retaliation for last month's mosque attacks in Christchurch, New Zealand. Last night, several people from different religious beliefs gathered in Dearborn here at home at the Islamic Center of America to honor those killed in the bombings. Despite their differences in beliefs, they stood with heavy hearts during the candlelight vigil, showing that no matter where the attacks have happened, Metro Detroit will not stand by in silence.
Today and every day we should stand up and we should always say that it is wrong.
They don't have any religion. They are just reckless. They are just out of order.
While ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attacks, this group wants to make it known whoever is responsible has no God or love in their heart. For the very latest updates as the investigation into the bombings continues, go to clickondetroit.com.
Roseville police are asking for your help in finding this missing man. Kenneth Hampton is 57 years old and suffers from dementia. He is 5'8" and 140 pounds. Police say that he has a history of wandering off and has been found in Detroit in the past. Kenneth was last seen on Tuesday afternoon at his home in Roseville wearing a black and burgundy sweatshirt, black pants, and black shoes. If you think that you have seen Kenneth anywhere, you are asked to contact Roseville police.
And now to a Help Me Hank alert this morning. Toyota has announced a recall that is affecting many of its vehicles. Nearly 43,000 vehicles are being recalled because of a problem with wiring connected to the airbag system. The model affected is the Toyota Yaris, specifically the hatchback design from 2015 to 2017. No build dates or VIN numbers have been released as of yet. It was a record-breaking day on Wall Street. Usually it's the Dow getting all the love from investors, but on Tuesday, the other 2 indices drew attention. The Nasdaq surpassed its all-time best close from August, while the S&P 500 index closed above 2,930 on Tuesday for the first time since last September. Now, the markets were driven up by strong trading in 3 sectors: consumer goods, healthcare, and technology.
And Vice President Mike Pence is going to be visiting Metro Detroit today for a presidential fundraising event. This is his first appearance in Michigan since October of 2018. He also plans to make stops in Taylor and the Ford River Rouge plant in Dearborn to discuss the new NAFTA agreement.
It is 5:08, and several reports indicate former Vice President Joe Biden intends to officially throw his hat into the 2020 presidential race tomorrow.
Yes, expected to make it official tomorrow. It's believed that the former vice president's announcement will come in the form of an online video. He is scheduled to host his first campaign event in Pittsburgh on Monday. That's according to sources close to him. Joe Biden continues to lead the Democratic field nationally, according to a new Monmouth University poll with 27% support.
All right.
And ahead this morning, a pair of police officers off the job after a controversial shooting that is all caught here on camera. Why the officers say that they had to open fire. Plus, he did it again. The reigning Jeopardy champion just keeps on setting records.
And up next, why a group of mountain climbers were called in to help protect what's left of the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Happy birthday if you're celebrating on this 24th day of April. Our Sunshine Awards are going out to Janiyah Edwards, turning 8 today. Leah Elliott is 11. Alyssa Whitmore, happy 11th birthday to you as well. Javante Kincaid, 18. And Chris Elliott, happy 27th birthday.
Jennifer Claiborne turning 35 today. Shauna Hartman is 46. Sharon Mallard, 49 today. Stacey Hartford is 51. And Joy Jackson turning 53.
Robert Mazzella, happy 56th birthday to you. Valerie Ware turns 56 today as well. Happy birthday to Patricia Lewis. She's 62. Happy 76th birthday to Elaine Dombrowski. And take a look at this.
Triple digits.
Irene Not-Sawicki is 100 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Irene.
Happy birthday indeed. Also celebrating today, Rod Baker, Raynetta Harris, Scott, and Joanne McMath. And Dawn Williams, happy birthday to all of you.
And a happy anniversary going out to Jason and Wendy Little, celebrating their 4-year anniversary. Kevin and Nicole Petaway, happy 15th anniversary to you. And celebrating 37 years together, a happy anniversary to Willie and Diane Smith. We're back in a moment.
That's my favorite.
Welcome back, everybody. Professional mountain climbers were recruited to install a tarp over the Notre Dame on Tuesday. The tarp was used to cover the roof in hopes of protecting the cathedral from further damage, as Paris is expecting rain in the coming days. The roof was completely gutted after the devastating fire sent the towering spire crashing through the ceiling. And today, the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater is going to be holding another job fair.
Yeah, the amphitheater, formerly known as Shane Park, plans to hire 300 people to accommodate their 150,000 guests plus expected this summer season. The job fair will be held today. It's at the Detroit at Work Career Center right there on Michigan Avenue, 9301 Michigan Avenue to be exact. The time is from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And the Aretha has officially put out their lineup for the season. With
I never
guests
thought
like,
about all the people that work there. 300
yes.
people, that's a lot.
a lot of people. You've got your staff, the bartenders, of course, and then behind the scenes and all that.
The puppies with seating.
Some of the great artists that will be performing. You've got the Tom Joyner event that's happening. Cam will be performing. Anthony Hamilton, Tweet, Lettucey.
Sounds like you have purchased a lot of tickets already.
You might see me there with a blue drink at Shane Park. It's like one of the best venues in Metro Detroit. You know.
Question. So I heard you just say the Aretha. Is that what we're calling it? Is
That's
like
the
a short-
official name.
Not the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater.
That's like the cool name.
Okay,
the
I
Aretha.
like the LCA.
There you go. And it's,
I like
it's
it.
the Aretha.com as well. So that's
Okay.
like the name that
All right.
they've shortened.
Everett, I'm not as cool as you. I just was checking.
I mean, I wasn't on it either.
Okay, sorry.
We are.
We'll have to all go to a concert
That would
over
be fun.
the summer,
Absolutely.
right?
I
You
like,
can come
I
too.
like that nickname. Yeah, it's great. Honoring a legend and very fitting.
Better believe it.
That's right here in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
And trying to get good weather for each one of those concerts.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right, including today. Hey, outdoor festivals, outdoor activities that are going on today, whether it's recess or the like, we are looking at great conditions, especially by this afternoon for after-school activities. High temperatures make it to 60 degrees or more. If you're closer to the big water, like the Detroit River or Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie, might be a little bit cooler, some influence from the lake water with temperatures mostly in the 50s. But overall, farther inland you go, we're looking at higher temperatures. Around 65 degrees for our friends in Blissfield in our south zone. Also in your 4-zone weather, west of 275, highs between 60 and 65 degrees from Canton over to Novi, over to Brighton. North of Hall Road, same sort of deal with abundant sunshine for everybody and highs near 60 or more in places like Imlay City. So feeling more like springtime later today, and over our heads, nothing but sunshine. Sunrise this morning is at 6:39. Should be absolutely gorgeous, by the way. 57 degrees at noontime, 65 for a high. So if you're an aspiring or professional photographer capturing a great sunrise this morning, absolutely spectacular conditions. Good sunset weather too. Sunset this evening is at 8:25. We're looking at 41 degrees right now. Visibility is looking good, clear as a bell. Now let's take a look at your weekend first. Saturday and Sunday, always a good time to talk about weather, right? Well, it will be cooler, and be prepared for some wet conditions, especially on Saturday with a chance of rain. Highs around 55 degrees, but it's the weekend after all. There are great indoor activities you can do. 56 for a high on your Sunday. So yes, a little bit cooler, meaning that you have to grab your jackets once again. Out there right now, back to the here and now. 45 for our friends over in Port Huron this morning, 30s in parts of Oakland County, 39 degrees, some of those chillier valleys around Ann Arbor, and temperatures in the low 40s over in Monroe. But again, it's dry across all of southeast Michigan. When you step outside, you guessed it, those temperatures 9, 19, 25 degrees lower than what they were just 24 hours ago. We have a wind out of the northwest blowing in some of that chillier air. But fortunately, we're staying away from the freezing mark for all the gardeners out there. Potted plants, crops should be fine. Those little seedlings should be fine for this morning. But it does feel like it's in the 30s, even if it's in the low 40s where you are with that light wind. Take a look at the computer models. Nothing appearing, but that's what we love to see. It means clear skies overhead and abundant sunshine for everybody. 65 for a high today, 40s for tomorrow, closer to 70 degrees on Thursday. A little bit of morning rain, very early morning on Friday, but really get ready for cooler conditions and a few more clouds on both Saturday and Sunday. Now remember, severe weather alert radios, they are available today at a special discounted price over at the Meijer in Ann Arbor on Ann Arbor-Saline Road. We will be out there between 11 this morning and 7 o'clock this evening. Great fun for the whole family and a great way to prepare for spring and summertime, especially when it comes to severe weather. Severe weather alert radios can be lifesavers, so look forward to seeing you today in Ann Arbor. Over to 4 Live Traffic and Kim.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Make sure you head on out to Ann Arbor to get one of those. Now let's take a look at your commute as you head out the door this morning. A quiet morning on the roads, dry roads this morning as well. Yesterday we had some damp areas, so not dealing with that right now. Let's talk about construction over on the east and westbound lanes of I-94 between 8 Mile and I-696. You're going to see 2 lanes blocked there. This project starting up at 9 a.m., wrapping up a little bit later today around 3 o'clock, so it won't affect your morning or evening commutes, but if you're out running errands, something to keep in mind. Also over on east and westbound I-94 between Connor and Gratiot, 1 lane blocked there during that same time, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a project that you're going to want to keep in mind for the rest of the work week. Westbound I-94 between Outer Drive to Pelham, there's going to be 2 lanes blocked there. This is a overnight project starting this evening at 9 p.m., wrapping up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. Right now it is 5:19. Let's open Rhonda's brag book. Have you nominated somebody yet? A young person that you know they could be featured right here on Local 4?
I have enough pages for all the outstanding kids in the metro area, and you can see the growing list of nominations on our website. Today we are adding a brag book page for Ajane McGee, a 17-year-old senior at Annapolis High School in Dearborn Heights. Ajane was nominated by her proud mom, Roslyn, for her academic achievement. She scored a 1470 on her SAT, a 30 on her ACT on her first try, and she was just recently accepted, Evrod, get this, to Princeton University.
Wow.
On a full ride scholarship at that. So congratulations to Ajane and her family. It's a pretty awesome accomplishment.
Princeton,
yes.
Full ride.
Uh-huh.
You got to give it up for her.
Yeah, you do.
Very, very smart girl. Remember, somebody that you know could be featured next right here on Local 4 in Rhonda's brag book. You can nominate a deserving student like Ajane by going to clickondetroit.com and heading to Rhonda's brag book.
Yes.
Love seeing these kids.
Me too.
It's 5:21, everybody. At this time yesterday, many of you might have been talking about this guy, the Easter Bunny, that's supposedly jumped in to break up this fight He was being called a hero. This woman was attacked, but now, 24 hours later, that bunny is in handcuffs.
We'll tell you why, but first, a new pop-up museum decided to
Oh, come on.
poop. Why, that's the question we were wondering as well. We'll tell you what this is all about coming up.
What?
7,800.
Welcome to Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey, and your Wednesday weather looks like this. Chilly this morning, but mild this afternoon and bright all around. Sunrise is at 6:39. 57 degrees at lunchtime, 65 for a high later today. Can we keep this going into Thursday, Friday, and your weekend? I've got that part of your forecast in minutes. Now over to 4 Live traffic. Kim, take it away.
Take a look at the maps. We've got the green arrows out this morning. As you can see, that means that there's nothing that's going to slow you down as you head out the door this Wednesday morning. Things are looking great for your commutes, and there's no accidents, so we're accident-free.
Dedicated to what sounds like a very unappealing subject, this Japanese museum about poop is actually proving to be pretty popular.
Is this a real story? It's not exactly what you would imagine when hearing about a poop museum. It's well, first of all, did you imagine a poop museum in the first place? This one is colorful and pop design poop. Something I never thought I'd say on TV. The Unko Museum, Unko meaning poop in Japanese. See, you learn something here, brand new every day on Local 4. Miss a day, miss a lot. It's located just south of Tokyo, and it has attracted nearly 10,000 people. What? In the first week alone, 10,000 people wanted to go to a museum about Unko? Well, the Unko Museum is open through early August in case you're going to be in Japan and want to learn more about poop.
The organizers simply thought that it would be popular, especially on social media. Maybe with a little emoji, now it's colorful and bigger.
Attention, Local 4 News Today producers. No more stories about poop before we've had our breakfast.
Stop saying it.
Okay?
5:26 is your time, everybody. We'll get you updated in our next half hour with stories from all across the metro area, including Detroit, Redford, and Inkster.
Plus, they have come from all over to compete in a world championship that's being held right here in Detroit.
Yeah.
And policing themselves. After an officer posted this controversial Snapchat video, the Detroit Police Department launched its own investigation. Today, we're expecting the results. We're back with that and a whole lot more coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
It's the talk of the department. This Snapchat video created by a Detroit police officer led to an internal investigation. Today, the chief and mayor will release their findings.
Oh my God! 911, what's the address of your emergency? I need help now. My baby just got born on the side of the road. I'm on grass shit.
Wow.
Terrifying experience for this new dad. Not just a baby on board, a newborn baby. Just born, who arrived in a parking lot. We'll have more on this family story.
That note you hit at the end.
Oh,
Still gives me goosebumps.
We are getting chills from this. Detroit's own Beth Griffith Manley brought people to their feet. Some even were weeping during her performance on The Voice. Just ahead, the dramatic ending to the cross battle round. We'll tell you how she did. In case you missed The Voice last night because you were went to bed early because you're waking up with us.
Yes, we'll get you updated on that. Good morning, everybody, on this Wednesday. Thank you for waking up with us. We have Andrew in for Brandon today, and looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day.
Rhonda and Evrod, you're exactly right. Looking spectacular later on today. Sunrise is at 6:39. Should be a beautiful looking day with temperatures going from the 30s and 40s. That's right, pretty chilly right now, into the milder 50s and 60s. Around 57 degrees at noon, close to 65 degrees later this afternoon. 41 right now. Yes, we may need a jacket for this morning. Wind at around 5 miles per hour, but it is having an effect, making it feel like it's in the 30s right here in Motown. 41 over at City Airport, 38 chillier degrees for our friends and neighbors over in Pontiac. Doing a little bit of traveling across the region. Nothing out toward Chicago, out toward Cleveland, just fine as well. A few rain showers in places like St. Louis, so be careful traveling to or through that destination. Maybe a couple of delays with these rain showers here. Not much over in Minneapolis. Over in the Twin Cities right now, looking at mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of rain later. Up and down the East Coast from Boston to Washington, D.C., looking pretty good as well. We'll talk more about our weekend weather coming up in just a few minutes. Let's talk about the roads here for live traffic. And Kim.
We are looking great this morning for your commute. Thank you, Andrew. So no accidents to get around, but let's talk about that construction. We're going to see the orange barrels over on I-696 at both directions between Telegraph to Northwestern Highway. There's going to be only one lane open between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. So again, not affecting your morning or evening rush hour. But then in that same area, right at Telegraph on east and westbound I-696, at that time, 3 o'clock, just one lane will be blocked, and that's going to be a continuous project that's going to wrap up on the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Remember that? If Brandon's watching, I know he loved that. But something to keep in mind for the next couple of days. Over to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. 5:33 is your time right now. And our top story this half hour, Detroit police taking a long, hard look at themselves.
Yes, it started after an officer posted a controversial Snapchat video that revealed what some say was a long-standing racial tension within the 6th precinct.
As Local 4's Nick Monticelli explains, the results of the investigation are expected today.
Good morning. So this press conference is scheduled for just after 11 o'clock, and we're supposed to get the results of this audit of the 6th precinct. Now, this comes after Chief Craig himself said that the precinct is racially divided. And of course, all of it stems from that video that's posted on Snapchat.
That the 6th precinct is racially divided.
Last month, Detroit Police Chief James Craig was upfront and honest, saying the 6th precinct not only has problems, but deep issues that require a full-blown audit. Craig says the issues were revealed during an investigation into former officers Gary Steele and Michael Garrison.
In the cold. Bye, Felicia.
They allegedly said racial remarks on a Snapchat video. They are both white and were making fun of a black girl walking home. Both officers were fired.
Some of the officers that were interviewed felt that the environment contained facets of racial insensitivities.
Lamel Hubbard lives down the street from the 6th precinct and agrees with Chief Craig's decision.
I think he did the right thing to get rid of people like that and to clean up the police department.
It sounds like that cleanup is still in progress, though. During today's press conference, Chief Craig and Mayor Mike Duggan will talk more in depth about the results of this audit, what was found, and what is changing.
Again, the press conference scheduled for later this morning. We will carry it live on Facebook so you can watch exactly what they have to say. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.
All right, Nick, thank you. There are now 2 men in custody in connection with a deadly shooting in Inkster. The incident happened on Monday afternoon near Lehigh and Williams Streets, and that's where a 26-year-old man from Detroit was shot and killed. Investigators believe that the victim met the 2 men for a drug deal before things turned violent. Over in Redford Township, a woman is facing serious charges after her alleged murder-for-hire plan fails. Kirsten Evans is accused of attempting to hire a hitman to kill her 63-year-old husband in efforts to collect his $440,000 life insurance policy. Federal officials say that Evans was saving up $10,000 to pay for the murder and met with an alleged hitman multiple times, who was also an informant in the case.
It is 5:36, and students from all across the world are getting ready for one of the world's largest robotics celebrations, and it's happening here in Detroit. The first robotics championship is set to take place today through Saturday at Cobo Center and Ford Field. Nearly 700 qualifying teams from all around the world are going to compete in the culmination of a 16-week season. The students take part in robotics programs where they prototype, they build, program, and even operate these robots to complete tasks that increase in difficulty at each level. There's no fee at all to attend, and all of the events are open to the public.
It's pretty remarkable
fun.
what these young people create,
I know.
too.
They're so smart.
Yes.
Good for them. It is 5:36, everybody. Ahead this morning, an NBA head coach is defending himself against claims of sexual assault. We're going to hear from the alleged victim coming up.
Also ahead in the carport at 6:30, paid to play. The bombshell dropped in federal court, naming Michigan football in a college corruption case.
And police officers under fire for opening fire on a man and a woman inside of this car. The incident was all captured on camera.
Good decision.
Welcome back, everybody. A new video released of an officer-involved shooting in Connecticut after it ignited a week of protests. Take a look at this video. You can see the officer begins shooting at this red car as the driver begins to open the door. The 21-year-old driver remains unarmed. However, his 22-year-old passenger was injured, I should say unharmed. Police say that no weapon was found in the car and neither occupant was charged with a crime. And we do have an update on the 5-year-old boy who was thrown off of a 3rd floor in the Mall of America in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His family released a statement saying that the boy is still in intensive care and is sedated. On Easter Sunday, the pastor of his grandparents' church gave the congregation news of the boy's health. The family's attorney later clarified that the pastor's comments were pertaining to the child's facial injuries. Meanwhile, the GoFundMe page set up for the boy's medical care has reached nearly $1 million.
A former sports reporter who is suing Sacramento Kings coach, the new coach, Luke Walton, for sexual assault is detailing the allegations. Her name is Kelly Tennant, and she alleges in late 2014 that she had a friendly relationship with Walton and agreed to go to his motel room to drop off a book that he'd written for student athletes. Tennant says that at the time, Walton was an assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors and had acted as a mentor and a consultant on the book. The complaint says once inside the room, Walton allegedly groped, forcibly kissed Tennant, and even held her down on the bed, laughing when she told him to stop.
He started to walk towards the elevators, and I asked him where we were going, and he said up to his room. And I asked him why we were going up to his room, and he said because the players on his team were in the lobby and he could not be around them. He didn't want to be seen in the lobby with the players. So I was hesitant, and he said, "Don't worry about it, it's me."
Well, Walton's lawyer has called the claim baseless. The Kings also issuing a statement saying that they are aware of the claims, but at the time they have no further comment.
It is 5:42, and we are turning our attention to good health this morning. New findings link obesity to brain structure. Researchers looked at brain images from more than 12,000 adults and found that people with more body fat had smaller amounts of gray matter, which are linked to processing and memory. They also had microscopic changes to the white matter responsible for the wiring of the brain.
All right, so he has done it again. James Holzhauer has reached $1 million winnings on Jeopardy last night, and now he's letting people know just how he does it.
So in an interview with NPR, Holzhauer says that you have to pick your spots and bet big, and you've got to have a bankroll to bet. That's why he starts with big money questions, which Jeopardy you can watch again because he's still on there at 7:30 to see if he can keep his winning streak alive. Pretty impressive,
smart.
but it is his betting because you do watch him mount up that money and then he just starts bidding.
Yep.
It's
Good
working for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, 5:44 is your time. Time for checking weather and traffic on the 4s. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning to both of you. And the weather is working for us very nicely as we go through the day today. Nothing but sunshine through later this morning and into the noontime hour and this afternoon. We're looking at 65 for a high. Perfect car wash day. Grab the sunglasses. We're looking at 57 degrees at noontime, 65 degrees by 4 p.m. The only fly in the ointment, if you want to call it that, it's chilly this morning, so just grab a jacket. You'll be fine. Make sure the kids stay warm also. It's in the 30s to around 41 degrees over at Metro Airport. So temperatures for now, excuse me, mostly below average, and that wind of 5 miles per hour making it feel a little bit colder than what it actually is. So grab your jackets for this morning. Maybe a knit hat, knit gloves, be good as well, but bright and mild by this afternoon. So you can throw your jackets in the trunk. You won't need them later. Then for this weekend, enjoy this mild weather while it lasts because it does get cloudier, chillier, and wetter for this weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. First, 38 degrees for our friends over in Oxford. Good morning, Ann Arbor. You've got 39 degrees at this hour. As you're waking up in Adrian, always got you covered. In Lenawee County, temperatures there around 40 degrees. Winds light out of the north and northwest across the area, only around 5 miles per hour or so. Wider view shows we're not the only ones with chilly weather, folks. 30 degrees, colder for our friends in Marquette, below the freezing mark there. 35 in Alpena, while it's 38 degrees over in Green Bay. But it does get a little warmer for tomorrow. First, 65 for today. Another chilly night for tonight, but we stay away from the freezing mark under partly cloudy skies. Temperatures down to 44 overnight and by tomorrow morning. Remember, these lower temperatures are morning lows. So 44 to start off with on Thursday, but closer to 70 degrees by Thursday afternoon with cloudier skies. Those clouds produce a few raindrops early on Friday before many of us wake up. Highs around 61 degrees on your Friday or in the low 60s. Then when the weekend comes around, this is how much cooler it's going to be. Grab your jackets once again. Lows around 40, but highs will only be in the 50s, so chillier than average. And there is the chance of rain, mainly on Saturday. That's when we need our umbrellas and those safe driving skills as always with the wet road conditions. But then a little bit drier, but still cool on Sunday, a high of 56 degrees. Then another chance of some on and off showers, but at least some higher temperatures next Monday and Tuesday. Again, enjoy that sunshine for today. With all that sun, we'll see you out there over in Ann Arbor for the severe weather alert radios. Not giving them away, but they are at a special discounted price, everybody. Meyer over in Ann Arbor on Ann Arbor-Saline Road. That is the place to be starting at 11 o'clock this morning all the way through 7 p.m. later this evening. Now on to 4 Live traffic and Kim.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Nice to get those at a discounted price. And right now we're taking a look at your commute. We are looking good right now, accident-free. But speaking of Ann Arbor, Andrew, we do have construction over in that area. It's over on the north and southbound lanes of US 23 between M14 and 9 Mile. You'll see one lane blocked between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. So you will see a slowdown if you're traveling during that time. Now let's talk about I-696. The orange barrels will be out there as well, affecting both directions. It's on the ramp to Orchard Lake, so one lane blocked there. Same time, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a project that you want to keep in mind for the rest of the work week. And then over on northbound I-275, you'll see the orange barrels out there as well, just before I-696. 2 lanes currently blocked. This will wrap up later today around 5 p.m. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. It is 5:47. Let's get you caught up on some stories that you might have missed. And we start with a big one. Macomb County mom gives birth to, I guess you could call it an impatient baby. And the 911 call shows how stressed out the dad is when the unexpected happened right away.
Oh, my God! 911, what's the address of your emergency? I need help now. My baby just got born on the side of the road. I'm on Gratiot. My baby is out of my life. I hear you. I hear you. Take a deep breath for me. I'm going to help you out.
He's like, oh my God, my baby is not in my wife's stomach anymore. Here is the happy couple. They're doing great. Mike and Nicole Gastovich, they plan to have their second baby at St. John's Hospital in Grosse Pointe. But as you see, they got as far as Gratiot. They didn't make it. The baby arrived in the car in a parking lot on 16 Mile in Gratiot in Clinton Township.
Just pulled into the parking lot and she was already holding our son in her arms.
That
pretty unbelievable.
Is incredible. An ambulance arrived just a few minutes later after Mike called. Mom and baby were rushed to McLaren Hospital, and that is where they are. They're doing okay. The couple is still deciding on a name, but I think Gratiot might be a good name. It's better than 16 Mile.
Maybe G, maybe a middle initial G. And if people say, what does the G stand for?
G stands for
they
Gratiot.
can tell the story. But congratulations. We're so happy your baby is healthy and everything went okay.
That dad's reaction, because
freaked out.
As a father of 2, I know what he was seeing in the front seat of that car.
Oh my God!
And that,
my baby is out of my way. It's the best line ever.
You can put that on a T-shirt or something.
Yes.
Let's talk. I don't know how you follow that one, except with a man that's got a ton of dough.
Oh,
a Wisconsin man stepped forward, claiming the second largest Powerball jackpot in history, and he's young.
Yes, he is. He is only 24 years old. His name is Manuel Franco. He describes the moment that he found out that he was instantly a multimillionaire.
I knew that I won. I honestly couldn't work. I was just I was sweating so much that I'm sure that everyone at work noticed, and I really wanted to say something to anybody there, and I knew that it was a bad decision, and I pretty much never showed up for work again.
He said he came to work maybe once or twice, but then he's like, I can't keep fooling everybody. According to lottery officials, Franco decided to take the lump sum payout, which was about $326 million cash money after taxes.
That is incredible.
Is that amazing?
But if you're sweating that bad, I'm assuming that he probably wanted to go and tell his boss, listen, you can kiss all of it. Goodbye. I'm out.
Or he's just so excited, you know? Maybe he loves his job.
And clearly he told everybody because now we're sharing it with you.
Yeah,
So,
he says he
congrats.
wants to just lead a normal life.
Right. Okay. All right, check.
Beth, you are so gifted, you're so elegant, but also giving us the rawness and the passion and the energy, and your performance last night was so special. You just really dazzled the whole audience, and we were so thrilled by everything you did, and I really hope America voted for you. I'm rooting for you.
All right, let's find out the winner. Here we go.
Oh man, Beth Griffith Manley. She gave it her all in her performance on The Voice on Monday night.
That note you hit at the end.
I'm telling you, every time I hear her with that performance from Monday, it literally gives me goosebumps. She was amazing, and we're friends with Beth. We love her. She's from Detroit, and so we're definitely biased, but there's just no way that she did not outperform Rebecca, who was the winner of that battle round.
Ooh.
Detroit and America were heartbroken when the results came down on the show last night. The judges didn't let her go before letting her know just how gifted she is. In fact, Kelly Clarkson, she talked to her, whispered in her ear, and said, "You are phenomenal, and I want to work with you in the future." Take a listen.
You are crazy talented. Crazy talented. And if you ever want to sing with me, please tell me. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Girl, all right.
Seize the moment. She said, if you ever want to sing with me, you let me know. And she's like, let's do it. And I think Kelly will live up to that. And Beth has a great career ahead of her. We are heartbroken, but look at the opportunity she had. She said, I had a chance to sing in front of millions of people, live performances for a couple of nights, and she loved it. And she really gave it her all.
She gave it her all. She left everything there on the stage, but that's not the end. This is really like the beginning.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, it's like the continuation. Her album Free is out, available everywhere right now, and you can follow her on all social media at
Now
Beth Always
all of
Sings.
America knows who our Beth Griffith Manley is. So congratulations to her, her entire team, and we wish her all the best in the future. We are so proud of all that she's accomplished.
Can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
It is 5:52, and weapons were drawn at Walgreens. Take a look. A gunman hops the counter and goes after a worker.
And the police aren't far behind. We'll tell you what went down here. We're coming back.
Welcome to Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. A beautiful day is on tap. Just need your jackets for this morning. Not so much for this afternoon. 30s and 40s this morning. That's right. Rather chilly outside. Now, sunrise is at 6:39, just under an hour from now this afternoon. Spectacular. A high of 65 and mostly sunny skies. Weekend forecast in our next half hour. On to 4 Live traffic and also on to the news.
All right. It is 5:56, and an investigation continues after a man was shot by police inside of a Walgreens in Daytona Beach, Florida. Police say the man walked in with a gun and started demanding narcotics. He jumped the counter and held an employee hostage before police eventually arrived. He was shot after refusing to drop the gun and suffered only minor injuries.
All right, we have an update on a story that we first told you about yesterday.
Yeah, about that man in the bunny suit, the one right there getting involved in this fight.
Yes, it went viral when he stepped in to stop a fight between a man and a woman. But later, it was revealed that this man in the bunny suit had a warrant issued for him in October for car burglaries and failed to appear in court in South Brunswick, New Jersey. There he is. There was a mugshot. He has also been arrested in Florida for identity theft and was a person of interest in a carjacking and 2 armed robberies, and the list goes on and on. So
Now, why would he go getting involved? Maybe that's why he was wearing the bunny suits.
Right.
I can't let them see me.
Indeed. Probably should have kept the bunny suit on because now everybody knows who he is.
Either that or just maybe don't commit crime.
There you go.
5:58 is your time, everybody. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, local stories for you from Detroit, Dearborn, and Taylor.
Also ahead, Amazon is taking its deliveries a step further, where you can now have your packages dropped off.
And catch concerts while getting paid. Oh, it sounds like the perfect summer job for you.
For you, too.
And
you'd love that.
I would love that. That would be a fun job, and maybe we'll actually see you there. There's a amphitheater that's hiring, and we'll tell you where that is when we come back in 1 minute. Keep it here.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm broadcasting me. We are following a number of top stories this morning. Out of control. A car crashes into a middle school, forcing students to evacuate. This morning, the school says that they are open.
Fisher-Price being taken to court. The children's toy maker now being blamed for more than 30 infant deaths in 2 class action lawsuits.
And dead on arrival. Governor Whitmer's proposal to hike the gas tax not getting any love from lawmakers.
And we have Andrew in for Brandon this morning, who's still home recovering from back surgery, but getting better every day. And our weather looking pretty good, too.
Not that bad at all. I mean, we are chilly to start off with, so that's the only thing to be aware of. I mean, we have temperatures in the 30s and 40s, much lower than yesterday at this time. So this morning, yep, reach in the closet, grab a jacket for you and the kids, and you're all set. After that, it does get milder. Jackets not required for later today with it getting milder. 57 degrees at noon, 65 for a high today with enough sunshine. And we've got plenty of it for you morning, noon, and this afternoon. Evening temperatures around 60 degrees, so still feeling good. Ooh, beautiful pre-dawn, pre-sunrise skies out there right now. Beautiful pinks and peaches and blues that are out there with 39 degrees currently over at the airport. So we've gone down a couple of notches and it's in the 30s in your neighborhood as well. And it feels like 35. A little bit chillier in Pontiac at 37, Lapeer at 39, 38 in Ann Arbor. We'll talk more about your weekend forecast in minutes. Back over to you.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Kim DeGiulio joining us now. Good morning.
What's so funny? You're smirking at me.
I don't know. There's a lot that happens during commercials. Let's just say that, and when we're not on camera.
That is true. We were paying attention intently to Andrew's forecast, and now we're ready for traffic.
All right, pay attention, guys.
We're all ears.
All right, guys, let's take a look at what's going on. Absolutely nothing right now, and that's exactly what you like to hear if you're headed out the door this morning on this Wednesday. You are looking good, no accidents you need to worry about. So, hey, let's take a look at those drive times. If you're headed out towards the Lodge, traveling southbound between I-696 and I-75, well, that's going to take you 15 minutes, which is right on time, nothing to slow you down, and we also have dry roads. So, good news all around. Back to you.
All right, that's what we like to hear. Thank you, Kim. Well, class will be in session, even though a car smashed right through the brick wall of a local school building.
Went all the way in, but it's going to be hard to ignore that giant hole in the side of the building at Bryant Middle School in Dearborn. Local 4's Nick Monticelli joining us there live at the scene. Was anybody hurt? Let's start with that first, Nick.
You know, believe it or not, nobody was hurt despite the fact that a car drove right through the side of the building. And actually, right now, you wouldn't even know what happened here unless you saw the pictures or the video from last night. And I just want to clarify something. Not only did the car drive through the wall, it drove into the school and went down even further.
What sounded like an explosion, like a shipping crate dropping. And then I walked outside after the first police car went by and realized something was going on.
Last night there was no mistaking something had happened at Bryant Middle School, but those outside of the school didn't know what.
I thought it was an explosion from the boiler room.
Inside the gym, which is right next to the boiler room, a league was in the middle of a basketball game. They were forced to start evacuating.
I was just playing basketball, my fellow teammates for Gym on Drive, and all I heard was a big boom, and the janitor's like, oh my gosh, there's a car in the basement.
On Instagram, a group known as TCD, Team City of Dearborn, posted these pictures, which makes it much clearer. The driver drove through the wall and landed down inside the boiler room. A basketball coach who was leaving watched it happen.
I was on the outside of the building walking out of practice. I hear a car coming down the street doing probably about 90 miles an hour. I look to my teammates, I'm like, what is that? The car continues to go straight into the building. I didn't see brake lights or anything. I tell the players to get back into the building. That was it. Then the guy came walking out about a minute and a half later.
That driver was eventually loaded into an ambulance. We are told he has minor injuries. Why this happened, though, we still don't know.
I had no idea what was happening, man. It was like the wildest thing I've ever seen. Just no stopping, just straight through the building. Like, I watched it all happen like 15 feet from it.
All right, so back out here live again. The plywood covers the damage as of right now. Now, again, that question as to what exactly happened, it's kind of difficult to see from this vantage point, but we can actually pan over right now. You can kind of see there is a vehicle over here. There's a residential street that lines right up to the middle school, so there is a chance that this driver just either fell asleep or maybe, as an officer was telling me about an hour and a half ago, maybe had a medical emergency and crashed into that wall. Evrod and Rhonda, it really is a miracle that nobody was hurt, considering, again, gym full of kids, which is right next to it, nobody there, and especially that driver going through a wall and into the boiler room. Just has minor injuries.
Yeah.
Thank goodness everybody is okay.
Nick, you mentioned the driver is recovering right now, and they're still trying to figure out exactly what happened here, but have police given any indication that there could be potential charges?
No, the only thing that I talked to an officer again, they think it might be a medical situation, but I'm guessing sometime this morning we might get some more information from the upper brass talking about what they think happened here.
We're certainly glad that driver is okay, and students will be in school today.
All right, Nick, thank you. It is 6:05, and we want to get you to breaking news from overnight. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has just arrived in Russia ahead of a planned summit with Russia's President Vladimir Putin. Kim's trip comes about 2 months after his second summit with President Trump, and that one, as you remember, ended due to disputes over U.S.-led sanctions on the North.
And now to the latest on the bombings in the Sri Lankan capital of Colombo. Overnight, the death toll climbed to 359. This comes as officials say 18 more suspects have been arrested in connection to the bombings, and now the total number of detained is 58. On Tuesday, they had an official day of mourning in Sri Lanka for the victims. We know that at least 4 Americans are among the dead. ISIS has since claimed responsibility for the attacks and alleges the Easter bombings were in retaliation for last month's mosque attacks in Christchurch, New Zealand. Now, last night, several from different religious beliefs gathered a little closer to home here in Dearborn at the Islamic Center of America to honor those who were killed in the bombings. Now, despite their differences in beliefs, they stood with heavy hearts during that candlelight vigil, showing that no matter where attacks happen, Metro Detroit will not stand by in silence.
Today and every day we should stand up and we should always say that it is wrong.
They don't have any religion. They are just reckless. They are just out of order.
And while ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attacks, this group wants to make it known that whoever is responsible has no love or God in their heart.
And now to the very latest with Governor Whitmer's plans to fix the roads and her 45-cent gas tax. It is causing a showdown in the legislature. Whitmer
45 cents at the pump. It's not small, I understand. It's going to be hard for a lot of people in our state. That's why we ramp it up over a succession of increments.
If they lowered your auto insurance significantly, would you feel a little bit better about taking that hit at the pump?
Yeah, because it might level out.
Right now, the Senate Majority Leader says that the gas tax hike is off of the table. That is for the budget talks right now, but instead, an attempt to lower auto insurance rates is first on their agenda. We will continue to keep you updated as the battle to fix our Michigan roads continues. Also today, Vice President Mike Pence is going to be visiting Metro Detroit. He's expected to participate in a Trump victory fundraising event for the presidential campaign. After that, he's going to be touring the Ford truck plant in Dearborn, and then we'll be heading to Taylor to deliver remarks at an auto industry discussion of the new United States-Mexico-Canada agreement.
In jobs for you this morning, the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater, also known as the Aretha for short, set to hold a job fair to hire you, workers, for its summer season. Today's event runs from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Metro Center. That is right there on Michigan Avenue. It's the SER Metro Center. The The theater, formerly known as Shane Park, is looking to hire about 300 workers for various positions, including bartenders, concession staff, and maintenance. Another job fair will be held on May 8th at the Samaritan Center right there on Connor Street in Detroit.
One thing I can say is bring your personality, because one thing I've always noticed about anybody that works there, they're so nice and so energetic, and they just really add to your whole experience of seeing a concert there. So personality is definitely one of the key elements I believe you're looking for.
Enjoying some great live music while working.
Right.
What better job is there?
Right there outside overlooking the Detroit River. I can't imagine. 6:09 is your time. Making returns to Amazon just got a whole lot easier. We're going to tell you what Kohl's is rolling out nationwide.
Plus, Jason is here in the carport. And speaking of rolling, what?
Rolling in my 5.0, got the rag top down so my hair can blow. These grocery carts could soon be rolling into a market near you, but this is no ordinary grocery cart. The technology Ford is adding to help solve an everyday problem and help parents.
It's today.
Welcome back, everybody. Today's trip is kind of a tough one, at least for me and Rhonda. So we're asking you this morning, on this day in 1990, think way back, before Kim DeGiulio was born, what space shuttle carried the Hubble telescope into space?
I have a guess. Head on over to clickondetroit.com with your guess. Don't Google it, no cheating. The contest page is where you go on clickondetroit.com with your answer. If you get it right, you win a Tormina's Pizza gift card if you are chosen. So make sure you include a picture of yourself. We'll reveal our winner coming up in our 6:30 half hour. Good luck, everybody. We're back in 1 minute.
.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is 6:13, and for parents of young children, kids, and shopping carts are an accident waiting to happen inside of a grocery store, or even like in the parking lot, denting up people's cars and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So Jason is here, and it's Ford Motor Company that is developing new technology that will give parents a huge sigh of relief.
That's right. The automaker is developing what it's calling the self-braking trolley, better known to us stateside as a grocery cart. Ford is incorporating the same tech used in its cars and trucks that helps drivers avoid accidents on the road. So pretty soon, you'll be able to avoid accidents on aisle 4. Ford says its pre-collision assist feature will use a sensor to scan ahead for people, or say those random product displays. The cart will apply the brakes before disaster strikes. Developers are hopeful parents will be able to breathe easy and make the trip to the grocery store less stressful.
Kids can get bored very easily in supermarkets and start messing about, and that's when things can get quite tricky.
It's impossible to control children when they get the trolley because they can't see it through it and they just drive it like a maniac.
You know, I recall Ford a few years ago saying that it was focused on becoming kind of a mobility tech company, so here you go. Ford says that this is just a prototype. The self-braking shopping cart is part of a series of inventions that they are trying to solve day-to-day problems. So we were very interested to see the reaction this story would get on Facebook, so let's take a look at the big blue oval. The better idea light is burnt out, says Michael. Robert says a direct result of texting and shopping. To that, Jeffrey adds an autonomous shopping cart that zigs and zags its way back to the corral no matter how far it strays.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that one.
And Chris McPherson says more junk to take up space on Earth. What do you think? You can sound off on our Local 4 Facebook page. Back to you.
What do I think?
I
That
like
girl-
the self-driving cart back to the corral.
That girl had so much like happiness in pushing that cart
Right.
into the display. She needed to meet Rhonda's parents and the persuader.
Let's get over to Andrew with our forecast.
Or maybe those carts that follow you wherever you go. You know they do that with some luggage.
Yeah, you don't have to push it anymore. Touch the handles.
Exactly. Or it reminds you where it is when you walk to another aisle and you leave it somewhere. Why not? Trademark on that, by the way. Patent pending. All right, out there right now, temperature verbal patent pending. Temperatures right now mostly in the 30s and 40s, but later today, yes, it gets milder. How about this? Nothing but sunshine later today, and milder conditions from Southfield here to Detroit as well. A little bit closer to the big water, including the Detroit River and the big lakes, closer to the upper 50s to about 60 degrees, but still milder than right now, no matter how you slice it. South of I-94, temps in the low 60s as well. West of 275 in your 4-zone weather, Around 60 degrees in Brighton, 62 over in Milford. Good morning, Oxford and Lapeer and Yale. You'll see temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s later today as well. And over our heads, plenty of sunshine for everybody. 57 degrees at noontime, 65 overall for a high by 4 p.m. Oh man, absolutely stunning outside right now. Looking live at downtown Detroit. You gotta snap a picture of that, right? Beautiful skies over downtown, which is a thin layer of clouds overhead. Temperatures, though, starting off in the chilly range, mostly around 39 degrees over at the airport. Temperatures in the middle and upper 30s in your neighborhood, too. And get ready for the weekend, folks. Enjoy this mild and warm weather for the work week while you can, because this weekend, yes, it does get cloudier. It also gets cooler. But it's the weekend. That's great. I know you have plans. Indoor activities, that's a sure bet for Saturday with a chance of rain, 55 degrees. Lower chances of rain, but we're still going to see a healthy amount of clouds on Sunday, a high around 56. Back to the here and now, we're looking at 38 degrees for our friends over in Lapeer, 38 in Ann Arbor. Now it's in the upper 30s after it was in the low 40s over in Monroe. So yes, it's getting chillier for now thanks to this northwesterly wind, but it does get milder today. Highs around 65 degrees. Cool again tonight with temps in the 40s. Warmer tomorrow, near 70. And then clouds return just in time for the weekend with highs only in the 50s. Let's take a look outside our weather window, folks, in St. Clair Shores. Thank you very much, Josh, for this wonderful picture. St. Clair Shores, we always love the folks there that are watching. Ooh, take care of those flowers, everybody. And now on to 4 Live Traffic. And Kim.
How great is it to see flowers? It is spring for sure. All right, good morning, everyone. Commute looking great this morning. No accidents to get around, dry roads as well. But we've got to talk about 696 because you could see a slowdown there. We've got the orange barrels out on both directions of 696 between Telegraph and Northwestern Highway. Only one lane open between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And then at 3 o'clock, it's just going to go down to one lane being blocked. But that's going to be a continuous project that's going to continue until May 4th. It's going to end on May 4th, so we'll keep you updated on that. Again, that's east and westbound I-696 at Telegraph. Now let's take a look at your 1-800-CALL-SAM-TROPPER shop. We're looking down at I-75 right at Big Beaver, part of that I-75 construction project. It's been a little tricky getting around that, but I think we're getting used to it. Traffic volumes definitely starting to build in this area, but still no accidents to get around. Back to you.
Thank you, Kim. It is 6:19, everybody. In today's consumer headlines, Fisher-Price being sued. But first, we're talking stocks with Maribel Aber joining us live at NASDAQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Evrod. A big day on Wall Street yesterday. Stocks rallied on strong earnings reports. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500 closed at record highs. NASDAQ was up 105 points, a 1.3% gain. The S&P 500 rose 25. That was up 145 right now. Looks like futures are pointing to a higher open, too. A pair of class action lawsuits have filed against Fisher-Price over its Rock and Play sleeper. 4.7 million of the sleepers were recalled almost 2 weeks ago. That after a Consumer Reports investigation linked the product to 30 infant deaths. One of the lawsuit says the Rock and Play causes death or injury due to a defective design which enabled infants to move into positions in which they cannot breathe. You'll soon be able to return packages from Amazon to any Kohl's location. Starting in July, all 1,100 Kohl's stores will accept the returns, and the items don't even need to be in a box. You just drop them off at the customer service desk, and they'll be sent back for free. Kohl's and Amazon started the program 2 years ago at about 100 locations before deciding to expand it nationwide. Amazon can now drop off your packages inside your garage. The service is available to Prime members, but you're going to need to have an Amazon key. That's a lock and camera system, and it's operated remotely. The service is available in 50 cities. Customers will receive alerts when a package is delivered, as well as when the garage door opens and closes. Evrod, not sure about how I feel about having my garage open.
Nope.
I think I'd like a big mailbox that could be unlocked.
Yeah, because, right, you expect me to let you into my garage, the killer? Absolutely not. No, thank you, Amazon. You can leave it at the front porch. Maribel, thank you.
You're right. They should start creating some kind of built-in box or something in your landscape where you can lock it in.
Well, then the killer in my house. Are you out of your mind, Amazon?
All right, let's talk about something nice. We have our pet of the week. Patrice Reed is here to introduce you to a dog that you can take home. We're back in a moment.
And cooling.
Welcome to Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. Chilly this morning, but mild this afternoon, and get ready for sunshine. Sunrise at 6:39, a high of 65 degrees by 4 p.m. That's a good look at your weather. Have a great day.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, now it is time to meet our pet of the week. Joining us this morning, Patrice Reed. We have an adorable dog who's loving this red carpet right now. Who is this?
This is Monty.
Monty, hello.
He's a rat terrier mix. He's big for a rat terrier, but he looks like a rat terrier. He's got the personality of a rat terrier. He loves to play.
And he's still a puppy, just 9 months old.
9 months old.
And you said he was an owner surrender from Texas.
He came all the way from Texas.
Now, does his bark have an accent?
I have not heard the accent in the bark.
What kind of family is he looking for?
I would say older kids, but you know, definitely some kids to play with in the yard. He likes to play tug of war with the.
You know what he's doing right now is I dropped some crumbs of treats on the carpet, so he's trying to find
the carpet up.
Aw, well, he is adorable. He's going to make a great dog for somebody who is interested. So if you would like to adopt Monty, you can call What We Do for the Love of Pets Rescue at 313-671-4134. And
he just licked your foot.
Beautiful Monty. All right, thank you so much, Patrice.
Trying to get your teen to talk to you, it can be a challenge. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, new research reveals the parenting technique to get the conversation started and help strengthen your bond.
But first, 2 wins in under 12 hours. Highlights from the Tigers doubleheader next in sports.
For a year, switch to
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
Does a certain Detroit police precinct have a race problem? Today we expect to find out when the chief and mayor reveal their findings.
And the Michigan Wolverines rocked by bombshell allegations. A key figure in the college corruption probe says that he paid Michigan football players.
Welcome to Wednesday, everybody, and thank you for waking up with us on this otherwise known as Friday Eve. I'm Evrod Cassimy.
And I'm Rhonda Walker. Good morning to you, and thank you for waking up with us. We have Andrew in for Brandon today, who's still home recovering from back surgery, but we're looking forward to hopefully getting him back here next week.
On Monday.
This is a nice day, Andrew.
That's right. We've got sunshine for today, and yes, it gets milder. After chilly conditions this morning, we're stuck in the 30s for now, but we do make it through the 40s, 50s, and make it above 60 degrees later today. Sunrise in just a few moments at 6:39, and it should be a beauty. Right now, we're looking at temperatures starting off mostly in the upper 30s over at Metro Airport, 39 degrees right now. Notice it feels a little chillier outside when you factor in that wind. Even just 6 miles per hour makes it feel like it's around 35. So grab those jackets before heading out the door. It's a little bit colder in Pontiac at 37. Same thing over in Howell, while it's 41 degrees for our friends and neighbors over in Port Huron. So sunshine today, and guess what? Sunshine for tomorrow. I don't mind saying that. But this weekend could be a little different. We got some changes on the way. We'll talk about those in about 10 minutes. Now over to our 4 Live traffic and Kim.
All right, good morning, everyone. Well, first I want to let you know that we do have an accident over on I-96 right at Novi Road. It just popped up. My producer's just getting me a direction on that, if he could tell me. Westbound I-96 right at Novi Road. See that teamwork right there? So watch out for that accident. And then I also want to show you an accident with our 1-800 Call Sam Chopper Shot. This one is the southbound lanes of Southfield Freeway right at McNichols. And take a look. We've got a pretty serious rollover accident in this area. So only the left lane is getting by here. You'll certainly see a delay if you travel this way. We'll keep you updated on this as it appears that no crews have arrived yet. So hopefully they'll get there as soon as possible and make sure that those people are safe. Back to you.
Yeah, we certainly hope that driver and drivers are okay. 6:32 is your time. Our top story this half hour, trying to bridge a racial divide within the Detroit Police Department's 6th precinct.
Yes, the internal issues became public after an officer's controversial Snapchat video.
Police Chief James Craig got involved, calling for an internal audit. And as Nick Monticelli explains, the results are expected a little bit later this morning.
Good morning. So this press conference is scheduled for just after 11 o'clock, and we're supposed to get the results of this audit of the 6th precinct. Now, this comes after Chief Craig himself said that the precinct is racially divided. And of course, all of it stems from that video that's posted on Snapchat.
That the 6th precinct is racially divided.
Last month, Detroit Police Chief James Craig was upfront and honest, saying the 6th precinct not only has problems, but deep issues that require a full-blown audit. Craig says the issues were revealed during an investigation into former officers Gary Steele and Michael Garrison.
In the cold. Bye, Felicia.
They allegedly said racial remarks on a Snapchat video. They are both white and were making fun of a black girl walking home. Both officers were fired.
Some of the officers that were interviewed felt that the environment contained facets of racial insensitivities.
Lamel Hubbard lives down the street from the 6th Precinct and agrees with Chief Craig's decision.
I think he did the right thing to get rid of people like that and to clean up the police department.
It sounds like that cleanup is still in progress, though. During today's press conference, Chief Craig and Mayor Mike Duggan will talk more in depth about the results of this audit, what was found, and what is changing.
Again, the press conference scheduled for later this morning. We will carry it live on Facebook so you can watch exactly what they have to say. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.
Nick, thank you. We do want to get you updated on other stories that we are following all across the metro area.
Yeah, stories out of Macomb Township and Warren. But let's begin in Utica, and that is where a man will spend 3 to 6 years in prison for stabbing his adopted dog and leaving it in a park. The man's name is Alexander Girth. He had a sentencing agreement for a minimum punishment, but the judge changed his mind after arguments from Macomb County prosecutors. The sentence reflects a new law allowing for more serious sentences in animal abuse cases. In Warren now, a pizza delivery driver is carjacked at gunpoint, and it's all caught on camera. This one happened on midnight on Tuesday at the Hungry Howie's on Hoover Road. Video shows a girl walking up to the driver asking to use his cell phone. Then a boy comes up to him and demands the car with a gun. The teens hit the building and almost hit another vehicle while speeding away. Police later found the car and took the teens into custody.
Over in Macomb Township this morning, a mom gives birth to an impatient newborn baby. The 911 call from the dad, who was trying to drive them to the hospital but didn't quite make it, shows just how stressful that experience was.
Oh my God! 911, what's the address of your emergency? I need help now. My baby just got born on the side of the road. I'm on Gratiot. My baby is out of my wife. I hear you. I hear you. Take a deep breath for me. I'm going to help you out.
My baby is out of my wife. This is not supposed to be happening right now in the back of my car. Mike and Nicole Gostrovich, this is their newborn baby. They plan to have their second child at St. John Hospital in Grosse Pointe. Instead, they actually had birth right there in the car that was parked in a parking lot on 16 Mile and Gratiot in Clinton Township.
Just pulled into the parking lot and she was already holding our son in her arms.
That mom is pretty amazing, and the ambulance did arrive a few minutes later after Mike made that 911 call, and mom and baby were rushed to McLaren Hospital. They are both doing great, as you can see here in this video, and the couple is still deciding on a name.
I say they go with Gratiot.
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 I say maybe just a middle initial G, and then when people ask, well, what does the G stand for? They can share the story.
That's a great idea.
All right, we want to check in with New York and see what's coming up on the third hour of today.
Yes, our good friend Chanel Jones joining us live now
morning.
from Rockefeller Center. Good morning to you. Good to see you.
Hi, guys. 2 of my friends here. How are you guys this morning?
We're great. Good to see you.
I feel like the quote of the day is "My baby is out of my wife."
Right?
That's going to be the quote of the day. We have a good show coming up this morning on the third hour. This is a good one. I have an exclusive interview with Lili Leung. She's the new president and CEO of USA Gymnastics, and she takes over at the most important time in the organization's history as they deal with the fallout from the sex abuse scandal involving more than 250 girls and women. Now it's her job to win back the trust of athletes and parents, all while getting ready for the 2020 Olympics. So I asked her why she's the right person for the job, and also why she hasn't yet spoken to the sport's biggest stars about all that's happened. So she has some very interesting things to say, and you'll hear all of it this morning during the third hour of today, guys.
We're looking forward to that. Of course, we follow the Larry Nassar case very closely here, but talk to us a little bit more about Leung and her actual own personal experience with Larry Nassar.
You know, I have to tell you, we didn't know that. And I asked her in the moment just to make sure, you know, as a journalist, to make sure I had all my bases covered. And her answer was pretty surprising. And it turns out, yes, when she was younger, she injured her knee. And like so many other girls, she had to go to Nassar. But the difference is, she says her coach was by her side the entire time. And they were in a public setting. And she says that's all part of her vision for athlete safety going forward. So we talked a lot about that. And you'll hear more about that coming up this morning. So a very revealing interview. She was very candid. So we'll talk about that.
I'm sure she's got a lot to say. All right,
Well, good to see you too.
Good to see you as well, Chanel.
You as well. All right, 5:39 is your time. Still ahead, talking to your teen. Sometimes it might be a little difficult. Parents out there might agree, but apparently there is a technique that can help.
And we have Dr. Frank McGeorge, who will be in shortly to explain. Also, Jason's back in studio. What do you have?
Alabama, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Michigan. What do those universities all have in common? They were all just named in a federal case targeting corruption in college sports. What testimony revealed after these commercial messages?
7,800.
America saved. Rebecca Howell, Team Kelly.
Oh man, that is Detroit's Beth Griffith Manley. Unfortunately, was sent home after The Voice this week, just
after
last
an
night.
incredible performance on Monday. It gave you chills. She was so good. Detroit and America were heartbroken, though, and the judges probably a little in shock when Beth did not get through to the next round after America voted on Monday. The judges didn't let her go before letting her know how gifted she is. Take a listen. Oh, we don't have the sound.
Well, there you
yet.
heard Kelly Clarkson saying that
said
she wants to work with her at some point, and I'm sure that collaboration will happen in the near future.
Congratulations to Beth. She did an awesome job, and we know she has a
did.
great singing career ahead of her, but it was sorry to see her go.
She has her album out now. You can
Yeah.
download it,
Meanwhile,
everywhere.
Jason's here. Corruption in college sports. It's been a big talk lately, and it's getting a little more widespread, a little closer to home now.
Yeah, there's testimony from a federal case that's jumping from the courtroom to the football field. What's all going on?
It's named some very big programs in the process, including the University of Michigan. Michigan football now being roped into the corruption scandal that rocked college sports. The team, along with Alabama, Notre Dame, and a handful of others, named in federal testimony on Tuesday. The Fed's star witness, former financial advisor Marty Blazer, claimed to have paid $100 to $3,000 a month to players' families or their friends in hopes of becoming their financial advisor when they turn pro. A spokesman with the University of Michigan told the Detroit News, "We just read the reports. As that is all the information we have at this time, we are unable to further comment due to the lack of any specific information contained in those reports." Now, this is the same case that named Michigan State's basketball coach Tom Izzo and star player Miles Bridges. Both have denied any wrongdoing. But it's alleged Bridges' mother received payment from Blazers' go-to guy, Saginaw native Chris Dawkins. And that's who the feds are making their case against, along with an ex-Adidas consultant. Dawkins was what they call in NBA circles a runner, making and keeping relationships with players, trying to get them to sign with the agent he represented. Dawkins is charged with numerous counts of paying bribes to college basketball assistant coaches with an eye toward NBA contracts. He's already pleaded guilty to several charges. Now, Tuesday's testimony did not reveal which players allegedly received payment. However, that could be flushed out today when the trial and the questioning continues.
All right, and it's time to open Rhonda's brag book and see who is the latest student to be inducted.
Yes, and the question is, have you nominated a student yet? I have enough pages for all of the outstanding kids in metro area, and you can see the growing list of nominations already. We keep a running tally of them on our website. Today, we are adding a brag book page for this guy. This is Dominic Martin, and it's for his remarkable community service project. Dominic is an 18-year-old senior at Allen Park High School, and he organized a glove drive to collect gloves for kids who walk to and from school in the Detroit Public Schools district. Guess what? He collected enough gloves to benefit 500 children. So big congratulations to Dominic for his project. And if you know of an outstanding young person that's excelling, doing something amazing as far as community service or excelling in sports, the arts, academics, entrepreneurship, I want to meet them. So nominate them for my brag book by searching and click on Detroit.com.
Very cool. Andrew, over to you.
Thank you very much, Rhonda, and great highlights, too. Detroit, Southeast Michigan, filled with the best and brightest. Out there right now, speaking of bright, we've got a lot of sunshine later today. Abundant sunshine through the morning, midday, and afternoon, with highs going to around 65 degrees with enough sunshine. Looking good out there right now, but it is chilly. 39 degrees, a wind of 6 miles per hour, making it feel a little colder. Grab your jackets for this morning. But bright and mild later today, and enjoy this mild weather while you can, because it will be cloudier, cooler, and a little wetter for this weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. It's 36 right now for our friends over in Howell, 39 at Metro Airport, 39 also for our friends and neighbors over in Monroe. These temperatures, yeah, you know it when you step outside, 17, 18, 20 degrees lower than what they were just 24 hours ago. We still get this northwesterly flow, giving us those chilly conditions for now. And the winds are strong enough to make it feel colder. Feels like it's closer to around freezing for our friends over in Pontiac. But later today on the computer models showing nothing. That means plenty of sunshine for everybody later today. And with that, it does get milder and then even warmer for tomorrow. Today's high 65. 44 degrees overnight, not quite as chilly as now, but we stay away from the freezing mark, thank goodness. A little warmer tomorrow with partly sunny skies, highs closer to 70 in the upper 60s. A few more clouds return early on Friday with a few early morning showers for Friday, but highs will be in the low 60s, and then that cooler weekend with highs in the 50s. That is looking at your weather forecast. Over to 4 Live Traffic and Kim.
Thank you, Andrew. A couple of problems to get around, starting with a rollover accident over on the southbound lanes of Southfield Freeway. Right at McNichols, only the left lane is open here. As you can see, we've got some slowdowns to watch out for that. And then we've got a view of another accident over on I-96. Let's take a look at our 1-800 call Sam Chopper shot. Westbound I-96 right at Beck Road. You've got the right lane blocked. Take a look at that car all the way on the grass there into the ditch. So definitely want to give yourself extra time if you travel westbound I-96. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. In good health this morning. If you have a teenager, it might feel like pulling teeth sometimes to get them to say more than yes, no, or okay when you're asking them questions.
Yes, the question is there an easier way to communicate with your teens? On this Wellness Wednesday, our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with new research to get that conversation started.
When your kids are toddlers, it seems like they can talk forever. Then come the teenage years, and in many cases, well, the words just stop. So what's a parent to do? Well, start by being more mindful.
Researchers studied more than 400 middle schools and their moms. They found mindful parenting, which emphasizes being in the present moment with your teen and responding to them in a non-judgmental way, was linked to better teen-parent communications. It's good advice, says Dr. Donna Rockwell, a clinical psychologist in Farmington Hills.
A lot of parents complain that their kids come home from school and they say, "What'd you do today?" And the kid said, "Nothing." And that really bothers parents because they want to know about their children's lives.
Rockwell says mindful parenting can help.
You don't always have to have a discussion. You don't always have to have a million questions with a million answers. Just simply being together is mindful parenting. And the more you are just with your child, hanging out, the more the child will open up, will want to talk on their own volition to you, will want to share with you.
It takes effort on your part.
Oftentimes today, parents aren't really present with their children because they're on their phone, they're dealing with work issues, they're making dinner. But it's so, so, so important to just take the time to hang out with your kids. That's mindful parenting.
Cell phones can be a major barrier to mindful parenting.
Parents, I think, in my experience, are very quick to tell their kids, put away your phone, but they stay on their phone and use the excuse that I need to be on it for work, I'm expecting a call. All of this takes attention away. Parents really need to put their phones away first. And then to, yes, have a rule. There's no phones at dinner. This is a time for talking.
The research also found mindful parenting promotes a stronger bond between parent and teen. Pausing before responding and keeping your responses non-judgmental can ease some of the strain of parent-teen conflicts during this developmental stage when teens are seeking more independence. It's also linked to lower levels of risky behaviors in teens.
A lot of times parents get down on their kids for saying nothing. But children are going through developmental phases. And it's, again, up to the parent to reach out to the child. And that's just to simply, mindfully be with them, to be present.
Rockwell says coming together at the dinner table is a very important component of mindful parenting and something that too many families are skipping in this busy world. Back to you.
Thank
Important
you, Doc.
advice.
Very important. Let's check in with Help Me Hank to see what he's working on for tomorrow morning.
Most of us will do anything to protect our pets, but is pet insurance a good investment? We'll take a look at it and talk with the experts. Help Me Hank tomorrow starting at 6 a.m.
All right, it's time for the answer for today's trivia. At 6 a.m., we'd ask you the question. On this day in 1990, what space shuttle carried the Hubble telescope into space?
And our Andrew Humphrey didn't hesitate to get this answer right, and either did our winner, Joseph Hunter of Clinton Township. Congratulations to you. The correct answer is Discovery. And we have a Tormina's Pizza gift card just for you and your adorable daughters. Congratulations. We're back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Getting you to your stories to watch for on this Wednesday morning. We're going to learn more about today about the bombings in the Sri Lankan capital of Colombo. Overnight, the death toll climbed to 359 lives lost. Officials say 18 more suspects have been arrested, and now that's a total of 58. ISIS is taking blame for the attack.
Vice President Mike Pence will be visiting Metro Detroit today, where he is expected to participate in a Trump victory fundraising event. Afterwards, he's going to tour the Ford Dearborn truck plant, and then he'll head to Taylor to discuss the new United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. Today, students from all across the world are meeting here in Detroit for one of the world's largest robotics celebrations. The first robotics championship set to take place today through Saturday at Cobo Center and Ford Field, with nearly 700 teams competing. If you'd like to attend, the event is free. Andrew?
Thank you very much, Evrod. What a terrific event, highlighting all the science and technology and a lot of those competitors right here from Detroit and Southeast Michigan. Later on today, we're looking at temperatures rise from the 30s and 40s where they are now, up to around 65 degrees. Sunrise already took place at 6:39. Absolutely gorgeous outside. Just grab your jackets. A wind of 6 miles per hour makes it feel like it's around 35. Later on today, later on at the week, guess what? We have more warm weather on the way for tomorrow. Highs near 70 degrees, 61 degrees on Friday, with just a few very early morning showers, but much of the day is going to be dry and sunny. This weekend, get ready for some rain and cooler temperatures. Over to 4 Live Traffic and Kim.
2 major accidents to watch out for. A rollover accident at southbound Southfield Freeway right at McNichols. Only the right lane is open there. And then westbound I-96 right at Beck. Your right lane is blocked. Jason, what's going on with Live in the D today at 10 a.m.?
When the sun goes down in Detroit, the nightlife heats up. We're kicking off a series called Live in the D After Dark. Taking you to some of the hottest spots to enjoy night in the town, and our first stop is one place that will transport you to a different time in Detroit. Plus, see how you can brunch at 12 different restaurants in a single day.
All right, nightlife and brunch covered.
Live in the D.
Sounds good.
Big fan of brunch.
Have a good day, everybody.